Hi, Drew. I'm Sarah.
Hi.
I'm going to read you a quote from Will Hardy. This was post-game in Portland year before last, I think. And he said, quote, "Drew's been a pain in my expletive for a long time." So when did you start being a pain for Will Hardy?
I think like 2018 when I first got to the Spurs. That's probably describes our relationship pretty well. And ever since he got the head coaching job here in Utah, I've always wanted to play well against him, and he's a good guy, and looking forward to playing with him this year.
Does it give you a level of comfort coming into a team where you have that kind of a relationship with someone?
For sure, yeah. He was the guy I worked with like every single day my first 2 years in San Antonio, and when we got to the bubble, he broke it down for me and put me in a position where I could succeed there and play really well, and that helped catapult my career to get me to a standard contract and from here on out.
Hey, Drew, what do you think your role on this team will be?
This is my 7th year going into the league, so got a lot of young guys on the team, want to help them out as much as possible, be consistent, be professional, bring energy, bring a level of toughness I feel like we're going to need this year. That's what I can think of.
Hey, Drew, Ryan Miller from KSL.com. Just could you go over how Will was as a coach, as an assistant with San Antonio, and how he's kind of evolved now that you're with him again?
Yeah, so I don't know his exact – I know he's a coach. I don't know what the exact term he was in San Antonio, but he was one of the development guys, and then I think he may have been behind the bench as my first year with San Antonio, and then I think he got promoted the year after, and he's just always been one of those intense guys, and he's going to get the most out of you. He doesn't care who you are. He's going to, if you're messing up or not doing the right thing, he's going to let you know about it. And that's something I respect about him, is he holds everybody to the same standard. And it's something I've been able to watch just in the few times I've played against him over the last 2 years, and even now during when we've had a few open gyms and little mini practices and stuff, he's the same person. He's going to hold everybody to the same standard.
Drew, coming here to Utah, as you look at kind of who your teammates are, and obviously you have that relationship with Will from San Antonio, what are your expectations? I mean, what do you think you can do individually and collectively this season?
I would say, I'm going in with an open mind this year. Last year I was on a team with high expectations, a lot of great players, so there wasn't as much room for me to show off what I could do or to really impact the game. I kind of had to take like a lesser role because we had KD, Book, like they were the most important guys to get the ball and to make plays and stuff, obviously. So, with this team, we got Colin, Keontae, Isaiah. I'm really going to be big on trying to get them open and trying to get them downhill because those guys are explosive, and that's just going to open up the gate for me for dump offs and stuff like that. But really, just just expanding my game a little bit more. I'm going to have a lot more responsibility than I had last year, which I know I'm ready for. I've been ready for, and
Drew Bailey, I kind of want to expand on that a little bit too, because this league evolves pretty quickly, right? And players have to kind of adjust their games, if you will. As you look back on your entry into this league, what have you feel like you've done to kind of evolve and kind of keep up with this game and maybe add a little bit here?
Yeah, so my shot for sure, I've always been able to shoot it well. I'm not necessarily put in the position to shoot a lot of threes or mid-ranges or whatever just because I set a lot of picks, and I'm better at rolling right now than I am shooting, but I can shoot. If you look at some of the numbers I've had over, like last year I was 3 for 3. I know it's three shots, but it's 100%, and every time I've shot it, I've always felt like it's had a good chance of going in. And this summer I spent a lot of time on that because I know just being able to be kind of a Swiss Army knife at the 5 position, that's huge. So like I said, last year was kind of not a good representation of what I can do, in my opinion. I feel like this year with more freedom, I'll be able to show a little bit more of what I can do in terms of handling the ball, making plays, passing, just being more involved.
I know that you spent a little bit of time at Summer League and were able to see some of the young guys. What have you seen since then in open gym the last couple of weeks that has maybe stood out to you?
I would say just the grittiness and competitiveness these guys have. The stuff we've been doing, I promise, has been like the hardest stuff we've been doing of my career in August and in September. Like just the amount of conditioning, the amount of lifting, and then playing afterwards. And what's been cool to see is how, even though it's been hard and guys have been tired by the time we start playing, it's still really competitive, and it's still guys getting up in each other, competing, arguing, and all the kind of stuff that comes with it. But that's been something that's been really rejuvenating to me to see.
Okay, thank you very much, Drew.
Thank